2.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. The Supreme Court of Kenya's annulled the result of last month's election and called for a new poll within 60 days. The death toll of a building collapse in Mumbai has reached over 30. The White House is seeking initial disaster relief funding from the US Congress for flood-hit areas of Texas and Louisiana. And the UK says it won't be blackmailed over the so-called divorce bill being demanded by the European Union.
It's 12:01.
KLEK-LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Our Thoughts on the Matter, a program offering opinions from all sides of the issues concerning local, state, and national topics of importance to the Jonesboro community. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters, donors, or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM, good afternoon to you on your Saturday. It's Saturday, September 2nd, 2017. It is the first Saturday of the month. This is Our Thoughts on the Matter. Cato Wonder is in the studio with you. I'm joined by Mrs. Norma Farrell, Mrs. Amanda Donovan, Mr. Terrell Wilkes. See, Tim, you don't be around that much, so I kind of forgot your last name. And Mr. Brad Dow. And today we're going to talk about a variety of topics that are kind of tied together. We're going to talk about Hurricane Harvey. Obviously, Hurricane Harvey was definitely a tragic natural disaster. It was the largest hurricane to hit the United States since Hurricane Katrina. It was a Category 4 storm that hit not just Houston. I know a lot of the news coverage has been focused on Houston, but it's also affected the Gulf Coast and Texas and Louisiana. So a large area has been affected by the storm. And of course, in times of disaster, various organizations have come together throughout the country to help those who were affected by the storm. So we're going to kind of talk about that as well. So we'll open up the floor and get everybody's thoughts on the situation. Then we'll also talk about how you can help identify some organizations that are doing some things to help in the if you want to help out. And Miss Farrell actually had a unique aside that we'll get to probably toward the end of the show. It's the solar eclipse that we just had and Hurricane Harvey even related. So got a lot of good things to discuss. So panel, what do you think?
Well, we're gonna start talking about the hurricane. I, like all the rest of the people in the world, was devastated about it, and I have gave my donation, and I challenge everybody else that can and will to do the same.
I don't mind donating as long as I just have to find an appropriate one to donate to. Just as long as it's just as long as it's going to the right place and everything. I wouldn't mind donating. And I know there's a lot of people that have been donating. A lot of celebrities been donating. I've been hearing about that on social media also. Some of them been donating as much as $25,000 and things like that. So, but if it's a big number or a small number, every little bit helps. That's what I know.
That's right.
Every little bit it counts because I was planning on donating some myself. So. It's because I don't think anybody was prepared for it to be to this extent. Because it was just but I do what I have seen though, and I hadn't seen this in a while in America. A lot of people are actually coming together to help. There's a lot of people I've seen a lot of people on the interstates with trucks and boats and coming together. So many people, different races, different nationalities, different cultures. All that was out the window when this happened. They threw everything like that because we've always had an issue with diversity, but now it's like nobody cared once this happened. Everybody just wanted to help.
Well, right. and Tim, to add to that, I mean, I think throughout our history, America has shown that despite our differences and things that we may fight and argue over, when there is a national tragedy, we do come together, like with Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, and other similar events. When something that affects one area, it affects all of us as Americans.
Right. It's so surprising to see that how a travesty, a disaster brings people together and they put down their pettiness. And I mean, it's great to see it, but it's also, in a way, it's like, why can't we do this on a normal basis?
Yeah, why can't we say that way?
It's like we're a big dysfunctional family.
Oh, we are.
It's like families fight all the time, but
But we still love one
one of us
another.
get messed with. Oh, it's on.
It's on
Yeah.
like Donkey Kong.
It's great to see that all the organizations are coming together, and yeah, like I said, if you can donate or help or just assist in any way, I mean, please don't look at it as a way to clear out your junk. But people need everything at this point. There are people that have just lost completely everything. Hundreds of thousands of people are without and impoverished now. So
I know how that feels because I'm from the Gulf Coast, like Gulfport, Biloxi, all them, and we had to live through Hurricane Katrina. And
So what was it like? Tell us about your experience living through something like that.
Well, our folks, my house, when I was living with my dad at the time, we didn't lose our house, but my sister, she had lost everything. Everything. We took her in and everything, helped her get FEMA and things, because they had FEMA trailers going around. Because fortunately for her, my dad had extra property, extra land that she could stay on and everything. But it was crazy. We didn't have power for weeks. We had the curfews and everything because of this. And ICE, folks was fighting over ICE, things like that. Even had a case where someone was killed when they was fighting over ICE. Folks was stealing. It was during that time. It was the aftermath was a little crazy, but we managed to get over it once they managed to get the power back on. It wasn't easy because it was
You just roll up your sleeves and get to work.
right trying to recoup everything. And I was still in high school at the time, and we was out of school for a while. And we had a short school year that year. They decided we're just gonna have a short school year this year because it was too much. We was out of school for like about 2 months, and it wasn't easy because a lot of people lost everything.
Yeah.
And the Highway 9, it was non-existent. The whole everything on that front part was stripped out the mall. Everything was gone.
yeah, I mean, in essence, you're just describing that. I mean, even the most basic parts of life then are just impacted, and people don't really truly realize all the things that we have until something like this happens. I mean, everything is gone and impact all across the country.
Unless you've actually been there. See, I went during Katrina. I was there for about a month down there, and unless you see it in person, I mean, I've heard about it. I've helped with reliefs here due to flooding and stuff, and I've been nationally certified since I was 15 years old to help with FEMA and Skywarn and all them other organizations like that. And it just still to this day, just to see the people, be so devastated, that's what really, I mean, still to this day, I'm 30 now, and it makes me want to cry just even thinking about it.
Go ahead, Ms. Farrell.
We went to a class, a retreat about a month ago, and I can see where all of this, it was about philanthropy. And philanthropy is building communities back after catastrophes like Katrina and this Hurricane Harvey that has happened. And it was about 8 people, I think, from Jonesboro that went. And I can see where the training that we had can be put into motion for later on in this redevelopment.
Right.
Because you go back, you build communities, and you do they gave us all the tools to make this, not knowing that this was going to happen. And I'm very glad that I got a chance to go to the retreat, and that hopefully I'll be able to use some of what I've learned.
I already am.
Well, one thing that I want to bring up, a couple things. One is just the images that you see, seeing before and after pictures of interstates. That I'm talking about with the tall overpasses that go above the highway, and then you see the after, and they're barely sticking out above water. But if anything positive that can come out of this is that our technology to warn people has evolved to where the death toll is not as high. Because one story I always think about is bringing it home a little bit, the story of the Jonesboro tornado, and the reason why that was so catastrophic was because they didn't have the warning system that they have now. So now, people have days, weeks to get ready to leave, or if they can't leave, to at least try to secure themselves, make preparations much as possible. And plus the fact that we have social media, so for those that are trapped, they can post where they are or let people know that they're safe. So it's definitely, if anything good can come out of it, is that with the technology that we have now, that it has minimized the extent of the losses compared to what it could be. Because remember, this was a Category 4 storm. It set the record for the most rain dumped by a storm in history, over 50 inches. I mean, that's over 4 feet of rain, just boom.
Almost as tall as I am at 4'11".
So Amanda, you would have been basically buried.
Yes, I would. That'd be like at the 4 or 5 foot mark.
You talked about social media. And as you all know, I'm not a person that does a lot of social media. I don't have a Facebook. I don't do FaceTime. And it's just a lot of stuff that I don't do. And don't look at me like that. Yeah, I just don't. But I do text, and I have a smartphone. But it has made me more aware of what I need to learn as far as getting on board with everybody else. Because a lot of people's lives were saved because of social media.
Oh yeah, it is the best way to communicate with, because you can reach a lot of people with that. And then they have actually donation campaigns on social media. Because I received one this morning. So a lot of people donate on social media. They have, because you can share links and everything to whoever you want to donate to on social media, and invite people to groups, and so it's a good way to get people together.
Yeah, it's another world.
I think Facebook itself even has a thing like when you first sign on, it'll have something that pop up to where you can donate as well. And I want to make a quick announcement. This is for anyone that's listening, and if there are any local groups, whether they're affiliated with a national organization or just a group of concerned citizens that are doing something to help with the hurricane, we will have slots available September 6th through the 8th from 3 o'clock p.m. until 6 o'clock p.m. We have 15-minute segments in which you can come on and talk about what you're doing, let people know how they can help, volunteer, donate, or anything. And so those time slots will be from 3 to 6 p.m. Wednesday, September 6th, Thursday, September 7th, and Friday, September 8th from 3 to 6 p.m. So if you are out there listening and you are doing something to help, whether your organization, fraternity, sorority, church, civic group, or just a group of concerned citizens, if you are coming together and want to do something, then please contact us at the station, which is 870-277-1080. Once again, that phone number is 870-277-1080, or you can reach out on social media. I know a couple of our panelists, Berta Cobbs, who has not joined us yet, Shanquetta Cunningham, who was not able to make it today, and Amanda are actually working on a little something on their own. So Amanda, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about the project that you guys are working on?
Well, we came together. We all had a common goal. It started out with Brother Cobbs, pursuing it because we all had a common goal. We wanted to help, but we didn't really know where to donate this stuff or how to even get it down there. So he started checking in, and then we got together and started talking. We're actually going to set up here, across the street at the barbershop, to collect clothes.
And that's Cool Cuts on the corner of Franklin and Nettleton.
Yes. Cool Cuts. We're going to be collecting water, clothes, food, basic necessities of life. And
what day are y'all going to do that?
We're going to do it Saturday, September the 9th. It'll start from 10 to 6, and we rented a truck, and me and my husband is going to be driving down to Houston. And we're also collecting money, donations to take down there as well. So that's the PSA. We're talking about doing a car wash, but we have not picked out a location yet. So.
And of course, Amanda gets more information. She'll come on, and of course, you and Brother Cobbs may need to get with Quabila to book one of these slots to talk more about it once you get more information. We do have a Facebook shout out to Mr. Wes Eddington. Appreciate you for checking in, Mr. Eddington. Of course, Mr. Eddington, if you or anyone is doing anything, please let us know, and we would definitely spread the word.
Or even if you want to join and help with us,
Would it be okay for them to share that on the KLEK Facebook page?
Sure. I mean, yes, and good point, Brad. If anyone doing anything, if you got any flyers or anything, please email us or go to our website, klekfm.org. Reach out to us on any social media, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and we will happily share what you got going on. We definitely want to use this platform. I mean, we may not can do a lot ourselves to logistically to organize things, but we do want to make this platform available to people who are out there on the ground, who are out there helping to shine a spotlight on what they're doing. Everyone has a role, everyone can do their part, and so
I have challenged the class of 1969, which is my graduating class, and those that were old school like myself that don't have social media, we did a group text, and I'm challenging each and every one of you to send a donation.
Yeah, I think that's really, that's great to see small groups like this coming together. And if you've got a group of friends that just don't know where to go or how to help or contribute, I mean, these are good people here in the room trying to actually do something nice. And I would just say if you want to give, if you want to donate, if you want to help in any way, just, research a little bit on what you're doing, because sadly there are going to be those people that try to take advantage of the kindness of folks.
Yeah, like the price gouging that's going on down there.
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be helpful, I mean, come to people like Kaylee K or the group here, and just really just kind of reach out to and find out more information about how you can truly help versus just blindly throwing, because we don't want to see anybody taking advantage.
That's
and
right.
don't do it because you want to and from the heart, and don't feel guilty if you give to a foundation and they do the wrong thing with it. That's between them and their maker. So give.
And I think that's something we all can agree on. Give from, do your research and give from the kindness of your heart, and and the Lord will bless you.
There's even texting donations through phone companies and everything like that too. So I mean, there's a lot of really simple ways. And
we're about to be joined by Brother Cos. Brother Cos, we were just mentioning the effort that yourself, Amanda, and Shanquetta are putting together.
And also, if you want to donate to us, you can holler at me. My number is 870-761-1749. If you cannot make our drop, I will come and get it. And you can also look me up on social media. My name is Amanda Moffett Donovan, and you can send me a message on my personal page or to Kaylee K.
All right, so Brother Cobbs, we're going to get you, like I said, we've been talking about the effort that some of the panel members are putting together and just how people can help out in general to the relief effort.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I have already talked to some people. If you have your stuff together today or tomorrow, you can bring it by my shop, 1404 Cool Cuts, and we can take it across the street to the radio station building. There's a room over there, and we can hold it until Saturday, so we can put it on the truck. Because I know some people already called and said, well, I need you to get rid of this stuff today or tomorrow. I said, well, we got a place for you.
All you got to do is holler at me. I'll come get it. I got a place too.
Okay. So, like I said, it's a relief effort. I'm not going to call it Harvey right now because Irma is coming.
Yeah,
we don't know what.
Yeah, and that is and that is an interesting wrinkle to the storyline.
Because she's supposed to hit this weekend. They said, it's coming up weekend, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So.
Well, have you seen anything on where in the United States it may potentially hit?
They don't know where it's on. Anywhere up the East Coast. It's not going to come to the Gulf Spring, but it's going to be the East Coast, Florida up to Virginia.
So we definitely want to keep those people lifted up in prayer as well. And it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about, with the technology we have now that people can be warned in advance. So those people so now the forecasters can kind of track Irma, and in the next day or so they'll probably have a pretty decent idea of what direction is headed, and they can start telling people who are potentially in the path of the storm to get ready, so that the loss of life is minimized as much as possible. Of course, probably can't do much about loss of property. Whatever's going to get knocked down is going to get knocked down when it hits.
Okay, like Ms. Farrell was saying, her class is challenging. I would like to challenge all the barbers here in town. I mean, I start off with $100 this week, and I challenge all the other barbers for a $100 donation to help out the hurricane victims. Like I said, and then there's Beaumont, Texas. I mean, they don't have any water, at all.
And we mentioned it earlier that I know Houston has gotten the majority of attention because it's the fourth largest city in the United States, but it affected the entire coast. So several cities, towns, unincorporated areas in Texas and Louisiana are affected. So we definitely don't want to forget those as well. So, because... So
if anybody listening, a barber, tell your barber the challenge is out. A beautician, tell her the challenge is out. $100 challenge. I mean, you can make that. You know how we do. So, I challenge you $100 for next Friday.
Our challenge was $10. The class of '69, I didn't say what it was, but it was $10, and it was during the Day of Caring, which was yesterday. was it yesterday, day of caring?
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday,
yeah.
but you can do it anytime. We did ours in Jonesboro here at Kroger, but you do it wherever you feel comfortable and safe to do it at, and it is $10.
And for those just tuning in, want to once again let you know that if anyone, whether it's a church group, civic group, fraternity, sorority, any kind of group of citizens, or even just a family or a group of friends, if you are doing anything, please let us know at KLEK, and we will gladly share the word via social media. We also have time slots available Wednesday, September 6th through Friday, September 8th from 3 to 6 p.m. in which you can come on live on the radio and talk about what you're doing. If you're the shy type and don't want to get on the air, then you can just either email or message us on any of our social media, which is KLEK FM, and we will happily spread the word. We definitely want to use this platform to let people know about the various people that care and that want to make a difference. Because
and I would like to tell everybody else that's listening, you can go to your local church also, because I went to mine and they getting ready to give. So you go to your local church and ask them to participate in giving monetary and clothing.
And keep in mind what Brother Cobb has said. I mean, they have another storm coming through, so we don't truly know what impact that's going to have. But, in the next couple of days, weeks, months, where we're going to see the recession of the water. And, as soon as all that comes down, they can truly assess the total impact. So we don't even 100% know all the damage that has occurred. So just keep in mind that will be coming up, that there'll be plenty of time to give and help.
Right.
all right.
And give from the heart.
That's right.
Can say it any better
You
myself.
will be blessed.
You tune our thoughts on the matter. This is KLEK 102.5 FM. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jen with your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute. So, Kato, who is your favorite sports team?
The Arkansas State Red Wolves.
Good answer. That is the only appropriate answer, really.
Well, actually, I graduated in Arkansas State Indian.
Oh, okay.
Old school.
Old school. Okay, so we're going to do some Spanish terms that are related to sports. El equipo.
El equipo.
That means the team.
The team.
Yes, very, very good. Ganar.
Ganad.
That means to win. That's a verb.
To win. And our Red Wolves are definitely winning.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Multiple conference championships in several sports.
Yep. Okay, next one, football.
Football.
Which means what?
Soccer.
Right, it's actually different than American football.
Now, what is American football called?
Football Americano.
Football Americano.
Yes, football Americano. Baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Baloncesto.
Baloncesto.
That is basketball.
Basketball.
Yes, very good. I'm Jen, and that was your Learn Spanish Minute on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Attention members and guests, it's Blues with Billy. Billy who? Billy Soul Bonds. That's right, Billy Soul Bonds. Performing all his hits.
He said when you say scat cat, another man say, here kitty kitty. Scat cat. Oh, here kitty kitty.
Live Sunday, September 3rd, Labor Day weekend at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, 1025 West Johnson Avenue in Jonesboro, right in front of Riceland Foods. Doors open at 7 o'clock p.m. Showtime is 8 o'clock p.m. Tickets are just $12 in advance, $15 at the door. Tickets can be purchased at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, Cool Cuts, and KLEK 102.5 FM. Blues with Billy. Billy who? Billy Soul Bonds.
This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
The Epic Center, located at 1899 Hasbrook Road, County Road 333, is Jonesboro's newest venue for entertainment for the entire family. They offer an auditorium with theater-style seating for up to 1,100 guests, a large stage, professional lighting and sound, dressing rooms, concessions, and more. Available for weddings, concerts, pageants, birthday parties, showers, and more. Booking and other information is available at Epic Center Jonesboro on Facebook, epiccenterjonesboro.com, and at 870-530-5841.
KLEK is starting a new fundraiser which will allow listeners to donate to KLEK while buying groceries. KLEK is a part of the Kroger Community Rewards fundraising program. When shoppers visit a participating Kroger and scan his or her Kroger Plus Shoppers card, a portion of the savings goes back to KLEK to help keep it on the air. Details on how to sign up for the program are available at KrogerCommunityRewards.com and at KLEKFM.org. This is a KLEK fundraiser.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM with our panelists, Mrs. Norma Farrell, Mrs. Amanda Donovan, Mr. Terrell Wilkes, Brother Cobbs, and Mr. Brad Dow. We've been talking about Hurricane Harvey, but we also got Hurricane Irma that is on the horizon, so we definitely want to keep an eye out on this and keep those lifted up in prayer. If you're just tuning in, we've been talking about various ways in which you can help. There are different organizations around town that are helping, and of course, if you don't know of any, feel free to come together and do what you can to help. Donate to causes that you feel that are worthy and that you feel will represent your interest and your desire to help. And of course, if you or anyone that you know wants to get the word out about what you're doing, we will have time slots available on KLEK Wednesday, September 6th through Friday, September 8th from 3 to 6 p.m. And we also will share any flyers or other information on our social media as well. Just look up KLEK FM, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. All right, so panelists, kind of just pick up our discussion.
I don't know, I've seen very basic ways. I mean, like we were talking about, most people have lost everything. And I know this is something we've done at our company before because we have a lot of employees travel. It's like even just the basic stuff of like those travel size soaps and everything like that, and shampoos. I mean, there are organizations just collecting those things. If you've got them just laying around the house and never been open, I mean, even basic things like that. I mean, they're in dire need of these things.
Canned goods, that's one thing.
Canned goods, wet wipes, I mean, anything that's like to help with basic sanitation is going to be in dire need right now.
I know.
Diapers might come in handy for people that got
babies
and things like that.
And we got a Facebook shout. This is for Amanda and Brother Cobbs. Mr. Eddington says he's in for $50. So
thank you, Wes. I'll come see you Tuesday.
Okay, so Mr. Eddington, if you are still watching, Amanda, she will get with you to pick up your donation, and we definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, so continuing back with our discussion.
Oh yeah, anything that's useful, like plastic spoons, forks,
paper plates,
stuff that you can throw away,
trash
bags, get rid of,
bags,
because it won't be collecting and holding on to, because they don't have anywhere to hold on to them too.
And keep them in your prayers.
That's the main thing.
Because they need it for sure.
Because to see devastating to your home or going back, some of them are returning home, and what they see is devastating.
And then of course another thing is, a lot of these people, because a lot of insurance companies do not offer flood insurance, they're pretty much they're gonna come back to a destroyed house, and they're not gonna be able to rebuild or recoup anything. They're gonna have to figure out some way to start over, without the benefit of insurance.
If FEMA don't step in, because they supposed to go back Tuesday to raise the amount for FEMA, so hopefully they'll be able to help, because they said 80% of Houston does not have flood insurance. 80%.
And that breaks my heart, because you think real estate's high here in Jonesboro, it ain't nothing touching Houston. I mean, the cost of everything down there, just to live, the quality of life to live down there is expensive. And just imagine, trying to rebuild an $80,000 house. Where are you going to go? You don't have a job. You don't have basic necessities.
And that's a good point you bring up, because not only that, with businesses being destroyed, people aren't working, so they can't earn money to rebuild.
And also the business owners, me and Brother Cobbs knows, there's no help for businesses. You're just at a loss.
But you know what I said, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. That some of these people's lives will be changed for the better.
Right.
For good. Right. They're going to relocate. The government is going to help them. And I know I wouldn't want my pictures, just little bitty stuff that I have to just be lost, so I could go somewhere else and start my life all over. But this is going to be an opportunity for people to have a better life if they can look at that today. We have people that came from Katrina that are still here, have never looked back.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. People get transposed from this. Like you said, with Katrina, we saw plenty of people moving into Arkansas or the surrounding areas. They pretty much followed I-55 all the way up, and just hit every place they could. So we'll see people move, and you'll see growth spurts in surrounding areas to get away from things like this. And it'll help those other communities.
And I can give you a local example. Dr. Dan Johnson, the owner of the Brick House, came here, right after Katrina, and he missed home, so he decided to create a bit of home by founding the Brick House. So, and Mr. Eddington says you're welcome. And once again, Mr. Eddington, we do definitely thank you for your support and for your donation to the relief effort.
And I guess that's one thing from a community standpoint is, like I said, you will see people move, you will see people transpose, and that's where we as a community can come together, welcome those people in, and make them part of this area, because you never know what's going to thrive from those that come.
All right, Brother Cobbs wanted to.
No, I was asking you before I got on the air with it. All right.
Well, you can ask me during the break. Just write it down and ask me when we go to break. What your question is, and of course now my mind went blank. One thing I will say that I think one of the most tragic things that we may not have touched on is the people who are missing. I've seen people asking to share on Facebook where babies have been separated from their parents and they're looking for their kids or looking for elderly members or other family members, and they have no idea where they are. And you can only imagine the horror of being in that situation in which you got a family member missing, and they could be anywhere. You don't know if they're alive or dead, and plus with the challenges of navigating trying to find them in over 4 feet of water.
Yeah, and actually it's made a lot of national news. What was it, the Cajun Navy? Have y'all seen that on the news? Yeah. I mean, they were even there during Katrina. Just a bunch of Louisiana natives with boats just going out. I mean, there was 20, 30, 40 of them out there with boats just scouring the area trying to find people and help just save lives. And it's things like that where you really see community come together in times of need, and it's good to see.
And when we went back, we were talking earlier, you were saying about just before all this happened, they were talking about the statues. Everybody wanted the statues down, or they didn't want the statues up, what they meant to this race, what they meant to that one. Now, if we can come together and help each other in this situation, why does anything ever even have to happen and make you want to hate? If we just say today, we're gonna stop as Americans and be good forever.
Well, we could go probably for
we
could go for a whole show on just that.
Yeah, I know, but if we can do this and go out and donate and do all this good stuff, why can't we do it every day?
Well, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. In this avenue here, in this issue, the media doesn't have anything to gain by, promoting hate in the media. They have media that talks about people coming
Good
together.
things.
So just wait till this dies down. It'll be
But
right
it'll be a
back.
new one.
And
They'll find a way.
it's all a matter of
They'll
what's
find a
being
way to
promoted,
point
too.
out a group of people that don't like another group of people, and we'll be back at the same thing because it's media.
Because people get along all the time. It's just a lot of media promotes, like he said, a lot of media promotes just like
Bad stuff,
even racial issues, like just like a lot of recently I've been seeing a lot of black, white. Even though that's not even a lot of communities, that ain't even the case. A lot of people of different races getting along, they just don't promote it.
Right.
Well, I think.
But don't sell newspapers. It
Right.
don't sell the evening news.
Well, look at it.
People like
this.
drama though. That's what the thing. That's why the news is doing. That's why media does.
Believe it or not, I mean, this is what we're seeing in the media of groups coming together to help each other. This is really truly
Now, that part is that's true.
This is really truly how most everyday America is, and I mean, there's not that much, but I mean, people really do
It's
care
just
about
that little
others.
few.
People really do care about others. I mean, for the most part, and you just have those, like I said, the loudest people with the loudest voice are typically the ones that get the attention, and right now they don't have any leg to stand on for attention.
Maybe we'll keep them out of the way and we can move forward and make the world a better place to live.
Honestly, I think the news needs to have like a happy 20-minute segment instead of all chaos. Yes, I like to know what's going on in the world, but I also would like to know what good is going on in the world.
Right. Because it just shows that people love drama. That's why you got Love Hip Hop, different
Yeah.
other show, Empire. All these because people love
Bachelorette
conflict.
and Bachelor. I'm sorry, me and my mother-in-law was talking about that. If you can date 13 other people, you don't need that person.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry.
I can't do it. That's too much. You gotta do too much. It's just one of them is hard enough, let alone 13.
Amen.
Well, I was kind of distracted for a moment trying to catch what you all said. But,
Just loving each other.
Well,
getting along.
Well, the world definitely needs more love, and sometimes we as the human race have to have these reminders by a higher power that hey, y'all all on the same planet together, so y'all gotta
Get along. Work
it out.
stick together.
Like I tell my children, y'all don't get along, I'm gonna stick you in a t-shirt and make you hug it out. That actually works, by the way. I was putting them in the corner, and anyways, the t-shirt does help when you have two that's the same age and they want to beat each other up. So.
We got another Facebook shout out to my guy Brother Boyd, who's checking in. Appreciate you for checking in, Brother Boyd. And Mr. Eddington said you can come by Tuesday, Amanda, and pick up that donation. And again, if you would like to contribute, you can give us a call at 870-277-1080 or contact the radio station. You can also inbox us on any social media. You can email us, go to our website, just let us know anyway, and we will happily spread the word about anything that you are doing to help with the relief effort. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. Miss Farrell had did you have something, Brother Cos?
About the checks.
Okay, if you want, you can make out your check to KLEK, and we can turn around and contribute it to any other organization of your choosing, or if you want to make out a check to another organization and we deliver it to them, we will leave that choice up to the person. And we now have Miss Helen joining us.
I was trying to listen to what you guys were saying, and she called me and was telling me about certain things that was that flood insurance. Did you guys already talk about that?
Well, we kind of touched on the flood insurance.
For a certain type of, like you have to know what to look for to make sure you have the right coverage. If not, you'll have.
Right. Most insurances.
Well, Helen, you can sit down. Tim was just keeping the chair warm for you.
Most insurances, it covers, thunderstorms, stuff like that. But flooding and earthquakes, most people don't know about it. You have got to have a specific insurance policy. It is not covered under your regular homeowner's insurance. You have got to buy a separate policy that's flooding.
Flood insurance.
Flooding insurance and earthquake insurance.
And it has to come from certain companies, because not all companies carry valid.
Right. And do checking. Do your homework. That's all I got to say on that. Do your homework.
I found one because I was researching. Unfortunately, some of these places, insurance companies close on Saturday. For
Helen, speaking to the mic.
There are some of the homeowners insurance companies that were actually closed today. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
State Farm
Yes.
has flood insurance, nationwide, shelter to shelter, places of those natures.
And do you know you have to? I purchased flood insurance. You have to get what they call a flood elevation.
Yes.
Before you even get the insurance.
You have got to be in a floodplain before you can actually
and you have to get that flood elevation, and they have, I can't think of what, it's an engineer, it will have to come out. I think mine cost $300 to get the elevation. But once you get that elevation, it's just like money. You have it forever. If your flood insurance lapsed, you can, when you get ready to purchase the flood insurance, you'll have that certificate that says, this is your elevation, because we know water rises.
Yes.
And that's what it's called, a flood elevation.
Yeah.
We have another Facebook shout. This comes from Quabila. She says, we have to be bigger than the media.
Yes, I totally agree, Q.
You're the media.
Well, I really don't look at it like we're media.
Well, we
don't promote.
we are, because we are a legal broadcast entity, but
we don't promote hate. We try to look at what's good going on in our community. We try to build a better
the media. Everybody that's on the media don't promote it.
I know.
Sadly, there are those that
some
are,
do.
I know.
Sadly, there are those that are sheep and they just listen to everything they hear. So,
I
and
know.
that's where it comes from. We have to take the responsibility to actually give.
We're the wolves and they were the
accurate-
sheep, and we're
Right.
trying to help the sheep out.
we try to, even like with this panel, have a diversity of viewpoints. That's why, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. That's why I asked each and every one of you to be a part of it, because I know we don't always get along as far as our views on different issues, but we can have good, healthy discussions about things and walk away and still shake hands. I want to go ahead and transition into something Miss Farrell brought up in the group, and this is actually kind of interesting. Is there a correlation between the recent solar eclipse and the increase of activities? Quabila actually shared something with me. I'm going to pull it up right quick, and then I'll let the group discuss it. I'm going to pull it up. This is coming from 9news.com. And it said that the eclipse caused Hurricane Harvey, and I'm just gonna browse through it right quick. And of course,
You said it caused Hurricane Harvey?
It caused it, or had something to do with it? Is it just a coincidence, or?
No, that's a coincidence, because we have hurricanes all the time without the eclipse. The eclipse is a natural occurrence. It happens.
Now, this article is saying, I'm reading this little paragraph. It says the temperature dropped 10 to 15 degrees when the eclipse was in complete totality, and some cloud development was halted while the shadow passed. Now, I know hurricanes are affected by how strong they get by activity in the upper atmosphere and the upper clouds. I don't have the exact breakdown of it, but I know that does have an effect. Of course, it's debatable if this particular eclipse had anything to do with the hurricanes, but it's something, I'm
gonna go with a no on that, because the path of the eclipse was nowhere near the path of the hurricane. In general, I think that article is just trying to get some attention. I hate to say it, but the human race has no effect on the orbit of the Earth and the Moon. Let's just be real.
When I asked him, could we speak about it? I was looking at it from a biblical standpoint. This is my personal feelings. The day that the eclipse happened, I took my husband to therapy, and my grandson and I were coming back, and I had the opportunity of looking through some glasses to see, and it was a beautiful sight to see, to behold. And when I got back to my back porch, it was just the deck was just dark. I was going to go next door and try to get my cousin, but I was so afraid that it would move so fast that I would miss it. I took a picture of it, and I'll share it with you. But it was just like night back there. And I thought about when God hung the moon and flung the stars, and life was created. That's what it came. For that moment, that's what I felt. And it was a feeling that I've never, ever felt before.
Because, when Jesus died on the cross, the sun did not shine. The moon came out for 3 hours. When they did the plagues over in Egypt, one side was light, one side was dark.
So that's the personal thing that I got from it. Not the flood. It was just.
I don't know that it affected it, but I know the moon does have something. It
know
does
the moon.
affect when it comes to
tides and stuff.
Yes.
And animals, that moon has a lot to do with the way they react to situations, and probably some people.
Yes. But did we go over being prepared? I was listening. I was at home.
We ain't got on that yet.
We ain't got on that yet.
But
Then
let's go ahead and get in with
standard. Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, let's go ahead and get into that because that was one of the things on our list. What are some things that one can prepare? Because as mentioned earlier, we've got Irma that is on the way. So, what are some things that people can do to prepare, not for hurricanes, but for any disaster?
Just a standard thing that you can do is have a plan. You and your family need a plan. That's so you know what you're going to do, whether it be fire, national disaster, war, whatever. Have a plan. Have a gallon for each member for a day, gallon per day. And FEMA, requests a minimal of 48 hours. Food, water, basic necessities, medicine. We have a family of 5. You need all the important documents. Your birth certificate, family photos. You need to know exactly where those are at. Now, you also can make a copy. What I did was make a copy and stick it in a backpack and put it in the tote. That's what I did. Cheaply, you can take a 2-liter, fill it full of water. Just try to replace that once a month or once every other month when the water gets stale. Canned goods, something to eat on, granola bars. Most of this stuff you can get at the dollar store. Batteries, flashlights, the Dollar Tree. That's all I gotta say, the Dollar Tree. You can do first aid kit, Band-Aids, alcohol swabs, pads and stuff like that. Just anything that you need to live and hunker down for at least 48 hours minimal.
And I love the people that do the coupon and they have stockpiles of things in their home. And I know that they have their own reasons for why they do it. I will not list any other reasons why different people do it. But it just goes to show you that you can do it and you can save a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And that it does give you a surplus of things that you may need. And you never know. I know people that have been able to help out because they had those stockpiles. Mm-hmm. So kudos to those people that know how to do that. And
all right, Helen, we're going to have to leave it there. This is Our Thoughts on the Matter. This is KLEK 102.5 FM. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Our Thoughts on the Matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
There's a clever television ad for a cholesterol drug that stresses how family history is as important a factor in high cholesterol as what we eat. People are dressed in clothing that resembles different food items known to raise cholesterol levels. It's an effective commercial. Someone should create an ad that's equally entertaining to stress the link between a woman's family history and her risk for developing cancer. Despite information linking family history and cancer, many women seem unconcerned. Even well-educated middle and upper-income women are blasé. We should all know better. Women with sisters, mothers, and aunts who've had ovarian or breast cancer are at greater risk for those diseases than women with no family history. Women with this profile need to get genetic counseling. I'm Alexis Comer for Black Health Now.
Black Health Now.
Black Health Now is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Black Health Now is made possible by CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated, counseling individuals and groups of all ages. 1-866-972-1268. LSCIHelp.com.
When life takes a wrong turn, what do you do? When things are looking at their worst, who do you turn to? KLEK 102.5 FM and Massey Productions presents the inspirational gospel stage play, To Hell and Back, a story that will inspire you, renew and reaffirm your faith. Featuring performers from all over Arkansas, Texas and Louisiana. One big show, 12 noon, Saturday, September 16th at the Epic Center, 1899 County Road 333, Hasbrook Road in Jonesboro. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and can be purchased at KLEK, Cool Cuts, the Epic Center, or by calling 870-277-1080. Bring the entire family Saturday, September 16th, before the A-State UAPB game, to the Epic Center to see the inspirational gospel stage play, To Hell and Back.
This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Attention members and guests, the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated presents Animal Instinct, the post-game party, Saturday, September 16th after the A-State UAPB football game at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, 1025 West Johnson Avenue in Jonesboro, from 9 o'clock p.m. until 1 o'clock a.m. This is a 21 and up event. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. More information is available via any member of the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Higgins of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted through September 7th, 2017. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com.
House of Details, located at 3217 Herb Street, Suite C, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle: waxing, clear coat protection, basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more. With a motto of, anything mean, we can clean. Details available via Quentin Bogard at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and houseofdetailsjonesboro.com.
The Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was chartered on June 29, 1975 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. AKA was founded on a mission comprised of 5 basic tenets, which are to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, promote unity and friendship amongst college women, study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, maintain a progressive interest in college life, and be of service to all mankind through programs of educational enrichment, health promotion, family strengthening, environmental ownership, and global impact. More information about the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is available at Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're joined with our panelists, Mrs. Norma Farrell, Mrs. Amanda Donovan, and we're now joined by Miss Helen Scott, Berta Cobbs, and Mr. Brad Dow. So let's go ahead and just wrap up our discussion. We've been kind of having a lively discussion off the air about Hurricane Harvey, how to prepare for disasters, and various other things. I do want to read a Facebook comment that we got before we went to break. It comes from Kubila. Kubila says, the article says what Brad says. It points out the hurricanes thrive on heat. The eclipse cooled the atmosphere, but only for that short time. They have no correlation with each other.
Yes. Way to go, Brad.
Thanks.
You could have been wrong.
Well, where else? Well, I know the whole world did see and feel the effect that we felt, but it was just, it was an emotional feeling, and just a good feeling that people could see day and night. Turn black dark then into lightness. Black dark into lightness. That's just, I mean, that's just God to me.
Yeah, and of course I know, and this came about because Miss Farrell had asked in our group, did you think there was something biblical about the eclipse? And I mean, only God himself would actually know. I mean, could he be sending a message to us? I mean, maybe time will tell with all of this that's going on. Of course, you know, you can debate if this is the last days or not the last days or anything like that. But like Miss Farrell said, no matter what you believe or you do not believe, it definitely was still an event to see, you know.
Yes, it was.
And if you missed this one, 2024.
I already got my glasses put up.
You got another
Dude,
chance.
I'm already planning a party.
2024.
Hopefully we'll all be here.
That's right. Please, Lord, let us be here to witness that one.
Well, not just here, but in good health as well.
See, that's coming.
Amen.
See,
Good
that's
fortune.
That's going to be coming out of Texas. So what Texas going to get again then?
Reserve your realms now.
See, that was
All right, let's bring in Brad. I believe Brad had something he wanted to say. No, you were looking at me. I know if you want to jump in. Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, you can look at me. I mean, I've been compared to Medusa, so you know you might lose your eyes. I'm just playing.
I'm about to say you ain't got no hair.
I do know people that were talking about getting hotels in the areas that they're
Okay, you wrong for that, brother Cobbs.
So I just imagine how many rooms are already booked and reserved for 2024.
Well, it's supposed to be really more stronger coming through Arkansas this time.
Yeah, Jonesboro is actually going to be in the 100% totality for 2024.
So, look out for my flyer. There will be a party.
We'll be broadcasting live. I don't know where our studio may be in 2024, but you know, maybe we'll still be here. God may bless us to be somewhere else.
And
you can do a remote.
Real quick, Kato, I just want to send a quick prayer and shout out to the people that's having to endure the price gouging that's going on around this. You know,
Isn't
people
there a
work
law
hard for
against
their
that
money.
mess?
Well,
Yes, and apparently you're supposed to be able to report that some kind of way, but hopefully it's all really being backed up by a good system that will.
And
track
we're
that.
feeling the effects of that nationwide because what's basically
Yeah,
happening
it's
is
45
because
cents.
people, gas is going up nationwide, but like over in the areas affected, you know, you're seeing like people selling cases of water for $99. Gas as high as $20 a gallon.
All I got to say is they got to answer for whatever you do on this earth.
I don't know
That's
that I
sad.
would really just. I think they say you're not supposed to rob, steal, or kill, But if it comes to feeding your family, I don't know that I want to pay $50 for a loaf of bread. I just want the loaf of bread, and I'll just pray to God about the bread later. I donate. I'll leave some money behind, maybe.
I got an announcement to make.
Okay.
The
NJNI,
NJNI, along with all concerned citizens, will be meeting at the municipal building,
City Hall.
Thank you.
September?
On Tuesday, September 5th at 5:30. We're going to be bringing to the table that we want the jet buses to run on weekends and extended hours, and we need everybody to be there to help support.
Yes, Miss Farrell.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
All right, we got a minute and a half. Any other final comments, shout outs? Brad?
Tonight is the A-State Red Wolves.
Cool. Wolves up. Beat Nebraska.
Playing Nebraska. And on a positive note, I don't know if everybody knows that our coach's wife she's
Cancer-free.
cancer treatment.
Oh.
So praise the Lord for that.
Issue too.
Definitely praise the Lord for that.
Again, if you want to donate, you can get a hold of me or Brother Cobbs. My number is 870-761-1749. I can come and pick it up.
Inbox me on Facebook, please.
Or contact the station.
Contact
And of course,
the
just
station.
let us know.
And let's not forget about Shaquetta Cunningham.
That's right.
She's also working with Unilever, I believe, on the project. But if you want to donate, just let us know how you want us to allocate the funds, and we will happily get them to the place that you want them, because we want definitely to make sure that your interests and your views are represented. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you to all of our panelists for checking in.
$100 pledges to all the barbers.
And if you got anything that's going on that's related to the relief effort, let us know. We'll happily share it on social media. We also have dates open September 6th through September 8th from 3 to 6 p.m. to get the word out. May you have a great and blessed day. This is Our Thoughts on the Matter. And this is KLEK 102.5 FM.
Thank you for listening to Our Thoughts on the Matter on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program offering opinions from all sides of the issues